Come on, Coco.
Oh,
Coco's right here. For the first time in a long time, I just gotta get her to get up high enough so Cat can see. Come on. There it is.
you guys
The Coco.
be distracting for a moment.
I was trying, but my cat's getting angry.
You just
I'm distracted.
I mean, hopefully they hear all of us.
Okay. It should be working now. Because when the mic was working, you guys sounded like you were tin cans. And now
don't make fun of my
everything
telephone.
should be good.
Your mom's a tin can.
Hey,
Say, you're assuming that I'm not a tin can.
you might be. Joe, is our audio good? Because Joe knows things. Anyway, how's it going? We're back, ready to do the thing, ready to start some fires. What are we even doing? Last session, it was the cooldown after killing a dragon. You had all leveled up. You had loot. You got a fuckload of money. And you were
There's
all
no
like,
cooldown.
Yeah. And you were all like, you know what? Fucking retiring. Like, we're leaving. We're done. We're gone. And then you got ambushed by some mind flayers. And those mind flayers happened to have your old buddy Toaster. And were escorting him down into the deep, along with 4/2 other peasants from the village of Thrustmaster.
I don't remember how many there were, to be honest.
Yeah, well, it's
just 2, right? Is it?
It's just 2.
After the ambush, there were definitely 2.
That's all that matters.
All that matters.
It wasn't my fault. Those mind flayers and their crazy fireballs.
Yeah. So we're gonna say this. How bad a shape are you all in?
I mean,
Not at all.
to find bad shape, I've lost like 30 points of my temporary HP.
Okay.
Oh no!
Oh no!
That's like a third of it.
Pitchfork only has 67 hit points left out of his 16 max.
I would have just died outright otherwise, because
Fair.
I think that the attack did like 30 points of damage.
Yeah, it was pretty tough. Pretty tough.
I had less max HP at the time.
So, yeah, you, Toaster, and your 2 rescuees start heading out back towards the surface. You pass by Blingden Stone. You know that the only thing lying between you and fresh air and sunlight is the orc encampment where Farbauti's current wife, Brunhilda, lives. And that's kind of where we're going to start picking up. That's where we're going to pick up, is you all moving along. You know you're getting close. You see the, orcish little totems here and there, markings on the wall warning people. And as you kind of enter, it comes in down that tunnel that kind of leads into the side chute of the orcish area. I do have a map of their lair. I'm going to go ahead and pop that up. Good, and I remember to set the visibility correct. Now, ignore the scale, because I'm not doing math. So yeah, you all kind of move in. And as you're moving in, now, Farbauti, you're technically their king after you killed their previous queen and married her daughter. Oh God, what was her name? Brunhilda is his wife.
Right.
No, I just
you mean
remember
previously.
convincing her that her mom was trying to seduce me and getting her to join the fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's who did.
Raiden.
You killed Gorletta Fornese.
Oh yes, I remember Fornese.
Yeah. And as you come through the orc area, initially where there was those cages, they've kind of rearranged. They've got like this crude wooden fence. They've got guards kind of set up around it. And as you look in, you can see there's a handful of humans kind of working in there. It looks like they're preparing food of some form. And there's a handful, 3 orc guards kind of standing watch over them. You know, the orcs, maybe they react a little bit at first. They're like, oh, what the fuck? Oh, my king.
How's it going there? Oh, what you got cooking? What is that then?
One of the orcs like, that last raid was a good one. We got us some new servants, and those that didn't make the cut as a servant, we got plenty of meat for the new servants to cook up. And you look kind of in this area, and you can see that, yeah, these handful of people that are working there are breaking down human bodies and cooking them in various ways. Now, in fact, and I would probably say Farbauti and Pitchfork, the two of you would pick up on the most. You see that there is, in fact, a battered, bruised, bloodied Wisemar. He was the guy who ran that tavern. He's the dude who made the meat pies.
Meat pie, man.
And he kind of looks up, and then one of the orcs just like, back to work, you shit, and like chucks a rock at him or some shit.
No, he's make that stop.
All right, here's the deal. Now, I applaud your ingenuity and your resourcefulness, but, you know,
I don't care about the rest of them. Just meat pie, man.
Here's the thing, though. Y'all ain't gonna need to raid or scratch by anymore, because your king done slayed a dragon, and I come to share the joy and the riches with my beautiful wife. You guys are in for a better life now. You don't need to be eating this human slop. That's bullshit. In fact, I want you all to be cornering the market on some legitimate farms.
Like pulling shit out of the dirt?
No, you can own the farm and then make them pull the shit out of the dirt.
Why would all that comes out of the dirt are vegetables and mushrooms? I like mushrooms. Don't care for vegetables. I'd rather eat people.
But have you ever seen a cow? I mean, people's fine, but a cow's fucking huge.
I think my second aunt was a cow. They're the ones with the spots, right?
I don't know how that works, but...
Yeah, and they make the noise.
Ree.
No, that's not
what
it.
What fucking cow have you been talking to?
It was my great aunt on my father's side. Yeah, she was great. And you would like throw a ball and shit, and she would come back and get it.
I don't know what kind of fucking cow your aunt was, but there's cows up there that are just monstrously huge. And yeah, there's a little bit of setup.
This thing wasn't too big. It was kind of like, it may be like thigh height.
Oh, that was probably a dog. And I've eaten plenty of dog. Don't worry about it. But what I'm thinking is, we're going to set you up into where you're going to be supervising other people to raise some crops, pull shit out of the dirt, have these cows eat it, and then you can eat. Have you ever seen something with a rib cage this big?
No.
That's going to change.
So what you're saying is we don't need these humans over here to chop up and cook more humans.
No, you use the humans to make the cows that you eat.
Right.
That's a fucking great idea. And he'll turn to the humans in the pens. All right, you fuckers, get your clothes off and start making cows.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
And they all look at him extremely confused.
This
is very much going to be a baby step sort of thing, but I'm hoping that we can just throw money at the problem until it gets better.
Yeah. Capitalism.
Capitalism.
Right. More importantly, I've got a dragon's horn to give to my wife. She can always remember how horny I am.
Oh, that's good. She's going to like that.
Right? Then we're probably going to grind it up and snuff it.
Sounds fun. Oh, shit. Kitty points. Thanks there, cat. And, yeah, they're like, okay. They're a little confused about what to do. So they're just kind of loitering around, waiting for you to talk to Broomkilda to figure out what the plan is.
I'll just Wiseman the meatman. All right, here's the thing. It's critically important. You rack your brain to think of whatever contacts you had to get a hold of that meat you put in your pies, or any farmers you know willing to sell their land, because doing so and letting some new cattle owners, it's going to be the difference between a bunch of orc raiders and this here right now, or, you know, having a nice friendly farm. And right, you get it, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, if they want farmland, I mean, that shit's all owned by. And then Jace would chime up. Jason would be like, "My dad owns all that empty farmland outside of Thrustmaster."
We've got an inn.
Right, and I assume he probably has people that work it for him, right?
Oh no, he doesn't like vegetables. He has all of his food shipped in.
Right. He probably forgot about all the people that work it for him.
Could be.
Yeah, he forgot about the people that already worked those lands. So we're gonna have some landed nobles, as it were, that he forgot about.
Oh, okay.
I like this plan.
It's just getting better and better.
Really? Is it really?
This is
mean-
gonna go so bad.
So the plan
Farbaudi's
is
like half clever. I think the problem with Farbauti is he has the spark of clever ideas, but not the best follow through.
yeah.
But he's
so,
got a lot of confidence.
So the plan is to move the orcs to the surface as landowners, having the humans work for them to raise cows for the orcs to eat.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's literally no way that this can go poorly.
No.
Right?
We're just making Texas. It's okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
What if I told you that y'all get funny hats?
That works. Like, I fucking love funny hats.
I hope they like lemonade.
Humans only wear hats this big, but you're fucking orcs, right? You need a hat that could carry, I don't know, fucking gallons of rainwater.
I like it. I like it.
Cowboy
But they'll
orcs.
know you're fancy and in charge. Because you're funny hat.
And belt buckles.
Yeah, lots of belt buckles. The jingly kind.
The jingly kind. Well, anyway, I'm sure your wife wants to talk to you.
Him. Not me.
Yeah.
She's at her house.
All right. I'll leave you guys to have fun, and I'm gonna go attend to my husbandly duties.
We'll continue to give them misconceptions about land ownership and farming and being royalty over humans.
And you
Oh,
go
come on
convince
now.
your wife that this is a good plan.
That's right.
Yeah.
We'll get them hyped up out here on all the things that aren't realistic. And you make it happen in there. Because we have money now.
Yeah, so for Bounty, if you head on over there, you know where the house is. Broomkilda comes running out. She's got a small kind of like burlap bag like slung over her shoulder, and kind of poking out of the bag are 3 small faces, kind of orcish looking newborns with these big full beards.
Wow.
That was way faster than I expected.
We pop them out quick, honey. Pop them out goddamn quick.
Oh my god.
You're going to need a little pick-me-up before you get to it there.
How many days were we gone?
Oh.
Maybe a week or 2.
Oh.
Relax, it's fine. There were more, but you know, I've only got so many knockers, so I had to have a few of them fight to the death. That way the strong ones could go on.
We call it the Battle Royale.
I, it, could they even walk, or were they just
rolling over each other, trying to smother one another.
They were doing good.
One of
This
them had
one
a
I
stick.
thought really, this one, and she pulls one out, this kind of chunky dwarf orc baby, hands it to you. That one there, you know, I decided to name him after you. His name's Farbauti. And he did good. He took out 2 of his siblings. He just grabbed that umbilical cord and wrapped it on around him, pulled till they popped.
Oh, did you? Oh, there. Who's a good little killer? Who's a good little killer? It's you. It's you.
You're bouncing him, and he spits at your face and gives you the bird.
You know, there's just some moments that you really realize what life is all about. Son, if I got a plan for you, you're gonna be a noble. You're gonna own land, huge tracts of land.
It just baby mumbling back. He hasn't figured out speaking yet.
Right.
Oh.
Do you know
He
what your
will.
daddy did this week? Daddy killed a dragon.
Eyes go wide. Maybe doesn't know what you meant, but excited about the word kill. It must be a regular in the vocabulary he hears around the house.
And then I'll share, like, to not have to repeat everything. I'll share the ideas that were gone over earlier.
Okay. So yeah,
Make sure to
Broomkilda's
gift her
like,
the dragon horn.
oh, she's thrilled with the dragon horn. She's great with that. She's like, finally, got something to keep myself entertained while you're away on your adventures.
All right, then. You
Eddie.
can't get pregnant from a dragon horn, can you, though?
Haven't known anyone who has.
Okay.
No bastard children.
Yeah.
So what you're saying
Thus,
is,
the first bad dragon is born.
it is.
Oh, God. No.
So yeah, she thinks the idea is great, but she will definitely point out, like, you know, we've still got work to do here. Like, we can't
Oh, yeah,
give it
we
up.
still-
It's kind of
We still got some nasty business we're going to take care of down below. Of course. But I figure it'd be remiss of me not to be thinking forward, especially now there's children in the mix. I've got to be responsible. You know, I need to have a plan for the family to move forward. And just in case something were to happen to me down below, I want to have that groundwork laid, if that makes sense.
It does.
Now I'm going to take out for my starting kit as a stonemason, I got like a tiny hammer.
Yeah.
I'm going to take out that tiny hammer. I'm going to give it to Farbauti.
Nice. Farbauti is so thrilled. He goes back to his mother and happy baby, bubbling. You know, Broomkilda looks impressed, and then Farbauti just brains one of the other two.
That's what I was expecting.
expecting it, but you know, I have to act surprised for when the FBI investigates it.
Like, he knows what he's doing. He goes right for the soft spot.
I need to get him some more.
Baby's first deed die popping off.
Jeremy, what's your slogan?
I'm a good person.
We need to get him some more victims and or siblings.
Broomkilda, she seems open to that.
All right, we'll work on that.
So, I should be like, things have been pretty busy since you last went down. Since, the crew working out of, what is that? Glitterstone Mines. Got a line written right over the map. Garlstone Mines. Since they went up and died, the crew working out of Thornwood, they've just been aggressively expanding. So, if this keeps up, our business with down below might wrap up sooner than we hoped. I've already got all of Thrustmaster.
Oh, you do?
Well, no, they did. And then the ones that the magic one went down, and the ones strong enough to travel went down. The rest of them stayed here. And they're either food or they're serving the food.
Ah. So they got Thrustmaster, and you got about half of Thrustmaster.
Part of the deal. We're middle management.
Meat Pie Man, though. He's special.
That's why we kept him alive. The things that he does with meat is fantastic.
I wouldn't call him a wizard, but he certainly does some magic with that meat.
He taught us there's this new food he's been making us. He says it's like something he had up on the surface. He says it's haggis. Who knew that a scrawny human stomach could be so tasty?
Donkey knows.
Donkey does know.
knows.
If you could talk to Donkey, he could tell you all sorts of things. But I'm not sure anyone's ready to know.
Anyway, well, the rest of you go make yourself comfortable. Farbauti, we've got work to do.
All right. Pitchfork, would you kindly lick me?
Yeah. Yeah. Hold on here.
You gonna lock it out?
God, it's starting off strong here already. Nah, I'll try again. I mean, the first lick just wasn't good enough, so.
Okay, it is lost failure.
Yeah.
You burning a point?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. You do have 12 luck right now.
I know, but I
Okay.
need
You
that.
don't need to spend luck on it. It can just be an awkward lick that goes nowhere.
Yeah, hold on. I gotta get a little more spit in it, I think. All right, hold on.
You did the same thing.
I did.
So yeah, there's two awkward licks on Farbauti.
I'll spend 2 points of fleeting luck to get you up to a 15. How's that?
Let's see what that gets me here.
25%. Plus
we go.
1 to attack, damage, AC.
I think it's the size that matters more than anything else.
Go get him,
That's
Tiger.
right.
Okay. So Farbauti is occupied for the next few hours.
Same thing twice.
Are the rest of you doing anything down here in Orkville or?
Now sample the excellent cuisine, of course.
Sure. Meat Pie Man, actually, his food's coming across pretty good. You can tell he's actually working with fresh ingredients now.
I'll
And-
bet he is.
It makes the difference. His meat pies are significantly better and surprisingly less upsetting to the stomach.
It's because the human meat is fresh this time.
It is. It is.
I will share with Donkey.
Oh, Donkey loves it. Give me a second here.
We make sure never to feed Donkey halfling or dwarf. Humans,
fair.
just fine.
Yeah, it's only me who's going to live in fear for the rest of my life.
And Colin. Colin's human.
And I am
We haven't
still.
seen Colin lately. Who's to say Donkey hasn't already eaten him?
Yeah, that's fair. I am still keeping track of the amount of human flesh that you're feeding Donkey, as well as the amount of alcohol.
Speaking of which, do they have any orcish brews down here?
Of course they do. Oh yeah, they've got fucking fermented like mushroom and moss. You know.
That is what that's what Sweeney's doing. He's enjoying some orcish beverages.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a fortitude save.
Sure.
Pruno, that's it. They've got some fantastic orcish Pruno. 13, you do okay. It's strong. It hits you hard. It is not pleasant. Very chewy texture. But it gets the job done.
The very tough, chewy mushroom that's just soaked in alcohol. You just
Yeah.
chew
yeah.
and suckle on it.
It may have been a pre-chewed. That way they could get it broken down to fit.
Fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, since I'm
gonna-
not kissing Farbauti's wife yet, so it's okay.
Okay.
Considering how they like to treat humans here and that I'm now unsupervised, probably just gonna hang out in the house.
Fair.
I don't think Prunekilda would let you.
In my house.
Oh, in your house. Yes, that is absolutely acceptable.
Where I'm safe from them.
Yes, that is. I'll say Colin also heads in as well because he is also a human. Probably Jason, and seeing as Snaggle was a prisoner here for a while,
yeah.
Snaggle
Also,
will
our
probably.
beer carrier should probably.
That's
come
also
along.
true. Yeah. Your beer carrier and your last keg of beer.
After I have a few beverages, I will also retire to the house.
I'd invite Donkey in, but unless, more of us are there, then it's just a human buffet for Donkey too. So
He's not there yet. Another stat I'm tracking for Donkey is how close is Donkey getting to eating the party in their sleep. He's not there yet.
I imagine it's just a matter of time.
I mean,
It's like your cats. You can love them, you can feed them, they can show you affection, but you better believe if you died, they'd eat your eyeballs in a heartbeat.
I wouldn't be mad at
Probably
him for that.
first.
yeah. Okay.
And you can't really blame them.
So one final roll for the night. I do need Farbauti to give me a fortitude save.
Okay.
Good luck.
Oh, you did fine for bounty. With that roll, you do not get the benefits of a long rest. And in fact, overnight, you do actually lose 2 hit points. But yeah. Next. Yeah.
I was just gonna say, his next challenge will be the Quaggoth or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Well-
the next step.
She's got a king right now.
She does.
No guarantee that human beer carrier number 1 is still alive.
But also
Not
no
important.
guarantee that he's dead.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this was a very peaceful encounter. Are you all, before heading up to the surface, the next day's fine. You get a very well prepared all meat breakfast. served by some of their human servants.
It's like a
Anything?
cow bringing you your burger. There's
Yeah.
something poetic in that.
Yeah, you can definitely tell none of these servants they are all just terrified. And I will also say during this time, the travel and the stay overnight, Toaster and the two other humans that were with you, they kind of start like coming to out of that brain fog. And especially overnight, they kind of start coming to. They're very confused about what happened. They're pleased, especially Toaster, to see those of you who are staying in the house overnight. Yeah, he's willing to talk if you all have any questions or anything for him.
I'm sorry. Was any of this relatives of yours? Huh? Because it's delicious.
Toaster will definitely say, no, I don't have any family in what was Thrustmaster.
How did they get you?
How did the orcs get me?
No, I mean, like, how did you get captured?
Oh, the humans, the bandits, they attacked at night. They snuck in, killed the guards, and just razed the place and captured everyone running out. I was busy trying to put out the fires with my magic, and they hit me with some kind of potion, and the next thing I know, I woke up in a dark basement dungeon, tied up, mouth gagged. Some strange man came in, pulled the gag off, forced another potion down my throat, and that's kind of it. The rest of it's just, it seems foggy.
Important question. That first potion, like, it hit you and it splashed on you?
Yes, yeah,
And that
well,
was all it took?
I do believe it was a sleeping potion.
I know, but
Yes, you just break that, and then the fumes carry the magical effect.
that means they could do that to us.
There's a good
It
chance.
But it worked once. It'll certainly work on me.
But yeah, he's like, they've pretty much destroyed Thrustmaster. They took us into Thornwoods.
That's kind of a shame.
Yeah.
Yes, it seems that whatever happened to the other group of bandits up at Garlstone, with them missing and then something had happened to the original leader of the bandits in Thornwood. After that, the ones that took over were definitely far more aggressive, and without the other group to keep them in check. I did hear that they mounted some raids against Millborn, but I haven't heard anything. And when I was in their dungeon, I don't remember seeing anyone from Millborn.
Hopefully not, because we're going there to spend money.
Well, I guess I'm going there too, because my tower and home are destroyed.
Yeah, that checks out.
Oh, we'll see what we can do.
Sure. Whenever you're ready. Like, it's a uneventful orcish morning. Farbauti, when you're not, when Brunhilde thinks you're not looking, she does tend to catch her rubbing on her stomach a few times.
I'm going to teach her something very important. Now, there's a game that you can play with the kids to help get them trained up, because I can see the way you get this going is just kind of amazing. But there's an important trick that you need to do. We're going to give her just a sack full of gold. Hide just a single coin here and there around the house, okay? And,
Okay.
take one of these old beat-up shields, one of these crappy ones, right?
Right.
And when one of them can find the hidden gold coin, they get to bang on the shield. The important thing is they need to learn how to sniff out gold. It's really important. It can really help you out in life. And if they start it young, they can really hone it.
Okay.
So yeah, basically like a weird hide-and-seek game
Yeah.
of have the baby dwarf sniff the gold.
Okay. Anything else you all want to do here, or start heading up to the surface?
No.
Sweeney's happy to leave the orcs.
Okay. You do see Meat Pie Man is looking at you with a very much the look of like, please save me.
Oh, I've got an idea. Jason, have you ever done like letters of introduction, so to speak, on behalf of your family?
Yeah, man.
Like, I'm thinking that we maybe put some money in this guy's pockets, and you maybe give him like a letter of introduction or some such, and he can
Alright.
start doing some of that legwork for this whole cattle plan.
Start laying the groundwork.
Okay.
That land that grows vegetables that you hate oh so much, we can take it off your hands for you.
Sure. Yeah. So yeah, Jason can put up a letter saying that there's a party interested in buying the abandoned farmland between Parlfrey's Keep and Thrustmaster.
Nobody wants filthy vegetable land.
Yeah, and yeah, you can give it to the Meat Pie Man to go deliver that in a bag of coin to kind of smooth it over.
Yeah.
But
I
nah.
mean, I hear they grow vegetables in the dirt and they like put poop on it. I mean, who wants to eat that? Ah,
Well, those are the best ones. I mean, clean the poop off first, but poop is just better for everything.
All of a
Don't let them
sudden,
know.
I am
That's our secret.
remembering a lot about our
Things
Thunder
by a
Rift campaign.
doppelganger. He's not
Oh
real.
yeah. Oh my God, is this secretly a tie-in to the Thunder Rift game?
It sounds like it might be turning
my.
that way.
Oh,
Orcs suddenly start hoarding poo.
Yeah.
The orcs that poop together stick together.
Well,
You know, in
they
many-
do in unfortunate ways.
oh my.
All right.
There's nothing that can go wrong with this.
Chat,
No.
if you've not sat down and watched the Thunder Rift game, do so.
Yeah.
You'll regret it, but you'll also be entertained.
You'll love it.
The regret comes afterwards. So
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you can set him up with that. That's not a problem. Yeah. And then you head out. So essentially going through these tunnels, like you make it through the big door. There's a choice. If you turn left, it will take you to the bandits in the Thornwood, where you just went in that first room. You killed a couple orcs. You killed some big bad. You're guessing the leader. And or if you go right, it'll take you to the Garl Stone Mines or whatever it is, where you've already cleared it out. And it takes you right up by Milborn.
I mean, like right up by Melbourne sounds convenient,
Okay.
Yeah,
doesn't it?
it does.
Probably also where the bad guys are if they've been attacking Milbourne, but
Well, it sounds like they're all coming out of this Thornwood one, so
Yeah,
I mean, we could get the drop on them by coming up this way. If we were
Never
so inclined to
expect-
do something about that.
The ultimate reach around.
That's true.
Mm.
No, I know technically he's not here, but is there a chance that old Colin could be pressed for a bit of his administrations?
Sure.
Guidance.
Yeah. Let's roll that out for him.
Or maybe some healing.
He could do both. All right.
Healing.
He has the. Oh, what spell is that? Second sight, I think.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. That's
That's
actually
that's
possibly
actually the
more
one.
important than my hit points.
He should
That
be able to
was-
do both. That's not a problem. Okay, so I'm gonna roll second sight for him. I don't do bad. 17. Hint of possible outcomes. Spend the following round concentrating on a choice that must be made in the next 30 minutes. For example, deciding which direction to turn in a dungeon. Cleric will
Nice.
get a sense of whether the action will be to his benefit or harm. There is a 75% chance that the sense the cleric receives is accurate. So, what's the question here? Should you head towards Thornwood or should you head towards Milbourne?
I mean, I think that is the question. You know, left or right.
Yeah. $77. Okay. He gets the sense that heading left will take you to Thornwood, and it will be bad news bears. It is definitely going to be very dangerous, and there's going to be a lot of trouble there. Heading up towards Milbourne seems safe, empty still, maybe with just, the slightest twinge of possible danger, but nowhere near as bad. All right, and for Farbauti, you needed a touch of healing.
My old lady likes it rough.
What is your alignment?
Neutral.
Neutral, so that is one step, so you could heal a hit die.
I'll take
Hey,
it.
that's better than nothing.
This.
5 hit points.
I'll take it.
Okay, so is that the plan? You're gonna exit up by Milbourne?
Go play it safe.
Sure.
Either that or we take the danger from the behind and show who's boss.
Yes. As you should. Okay. All right. So yeah, you turn right. Is that the plan?
Yes.
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the responsible decision. Now, who's discerning which one is right and which one is left is the real question. Yeah.
Colin knows his left from right. He'll point the direction. So yeah, you're all familiar. This is the route that you initially took down. It eventually brings you up through the base of the Garl stone mines. It is still unoccupied. You can see that there have been just signs of some activity. You can see a lot of the dead bandits. They have been kind of laid out, kind of sorted, like they've been their bodies have been stacked on one side. They've been covered with like tarps. You can see it looks like any of these supplies or anything have kind of been stacked up in another spot. Someone has been here and kind of cleaned up essentially. But there's no signs of anyone currently.
Strange, but all right.
Also, it's got to smell terrible.
It really does. Yeah. There's a good amount of rotting bodies, one of them without an ass.
I don't know what happened there.
Who knows?
He's an assless chap.
He is an assless chap.
We could always let Donkey grab a little snack on the way through.
I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's absolutely fine. I just gotta update a note here.
I don't know if we should be letting Donkey just eat random roadkill. I mean,
It's kind of old.
I mean, it's
We
not
rotting
really
meats, yeah.
random. I mean, we killed them.
True, but it's been like 2 weeks.
yeah.
Donkey deserves the fresh.
It's true.
Okay.
And I think we want him to like earn his meaty feast. You know, you don't want him to just scavenge. It needs to be something that's earned.
It's not even just that. It's that if you're eating 2-week-old meat, take it from somebody that knows. If you're eating 2-week-old meat, the gas, it's going to be bad. And Donkey, ooh, it's going to be worse.
So what you're saying is we should have salted them before we left, so when we came back, they'd be cured.
That would have been preferable.
Yeah.
All right. I have to remember that for next time we leave a stack of bodies behind.
Yeah.
Salt.
Gotcha. ABA. Always be a sultan.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. That's a statement.
That's a statement.
And that's something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anything else you want to do in the mines here, or are you just ready to hit the surface and head down to Melbourne?
I think we're good to hit the surface.
I mean, nobody's ever accused us of being smart about things. Let's go.
Sure.
Look around. No. Think about things. Only about eating them.
Yeah. Not a problem.
Who stacked the bodies? Sure, we'll find out.
Yeah. So you all, and actually I can pop you back over finally to the Haranshire map. We haven't been here in quite a while.
Oh, the son of a...
It's so bright. Yeah, we don't need some of these drawings up here anymore.
So we're busy already committing to mistakes, you mean?
Yeah. So, yeah, you all pop out up where we're using Donkey, up above the village of Milbourne. You hit the surface. You can tell that there has been more activity up this direction. You can see the trails that you initially took. They have been trampled by a good number of feet. Not seeing signs of anyone. Until eventually you come up on the village of Milbourne. And you can see where the village was just open from the north here. There is maybe a 12-foot wall kind of encircling the village, going from like river to river. Like, it's a large wall, but it's made entirely of thorn and bramble.
The neat trick.
And
It's
Yeah.
that nature lady.
could be. So, what do you want to do?
I mean, is there like a gate in the wall, or is it just like
There's-
it's just like a big old fuck you gate or fence?
You are not seeing any sign of a gate.
I could just fly over it, probably.
Yeah. Your invisible servant's strong enough that he could probably pick people up and fly them over.
Is that the kind of lazy that we're feeling at the moment, or?
But we potentially wanted to buy stuff there, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And like, maybe that's the sort of thing that we like present ourselves.
So like we go up by the river and just kind of like leave around the wall, and be like, "Hey guys, do you want to let us in?"
Let's see here. I need to roll a few dice.
No.
Yeah, why not?
Perhaps if we construct a wooden rabbit. and wheel
Yes.
it.
Robin, Sir Galahad, and I.
One jump. Wait, I'm sorry. Who jumps up?
Sir Robin, Sir Galahad, and I.
Give me a moment. Doing a few rolls here.
Nothing to be concerned about.
Nothing at all.
Nothing.
Never worry when the GM's rolling secret dice.
Secret dice.
That's just how many surprises he has for us, and we love
Presents.
surprises.
Presents.
Yeah,
Bows.
presents. It's Christmas already.
Maybe they're pheasants instead of presents. Pheasants would be fine.
Pending. I don't know if there's enough of them. And then I don't know.
So, yeah, well, are you using the invisible servant to just lift you all over?
I mean, probably not. I'd be tempted to use the invisible servant to maybe just take a little peek, see what we see.
I was just gonna call it, hey in there.
So I'm going to give this to Pitchfork. Pitchfork, as Sweeney's kind of calling out, like, hey in there, who's in there? You see this patch of the thorn wall kind of like start shifting and moving a little bit. And you can see that it's slowly inching towards closer to where like Sweeney is. Like, so it's like moving along the wall. And you also notice that it's pretty humanoid shaped.
This Attack on Titan?
It looks
The
like
wall is moving.
it
I don't
looks
trust it. I heard a story once of a town where there was a mountain nearby with a hole that was your hole, and you tried to push your way through it.
this hole is made for me.
Scared the crap out of me as a child.
So good.
Just
And yet,
do some trade. We're not bandits. That probably sounds less convincing, but we're not.
there's some people what were taken recently that were trying to bring back to civilization. Whole bunch of assholes
From
taking slaves.
Master.
And as you're all talking, you can see that this person, Pitchfork, camouflaged in like ghillie suit style in this bramble wall, kind of stops. And you hear a voice call out, and it's a voice you all recognize. Is that Toaster?
Yeah, and the meat pie man.
Oh, I don't give a shit about him. And she steps out, and it's Olean, the druid lady who was with you in Thornwood before. And like,
You remember
all-
him, but not me?
Who are you? Have we met before? Why do you have a tiny version of you riding on your shoulder?
Why don't you?
Because it's weird. And like,
No,
yeah,
it's
all the
wonderful.
leaves and
Hey.
everything
He's up for
fall
magic less
off.
than you do.
And like, yeah, it's just like, so you've rescued Toaster.
Yeah.
Well, come on in. I'm sure that. Give me a moment here. 'Cause
I remember my other dumb
Oh,
idea that I felt like it was important to mention is that I assume that anytime the invisible companion is carrying me anywhere, I'm basically just T-posing.
Oh yeah.
Like the model from Gmail.
Yeah, where it's just that's
I was
exactly
thinking
what I
more
was
the
thinking
big
of.
fat Baron Harkonnen from Dune.
Oh yeah.
I was for some reason thinking of the broken model thing.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
She's like, yeah.
pull Pitchfork plug.
Gerald will want to talk to you. And she just kind of motions, and the wall kind of parts into a passage through. And she signals for you all to go through first.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
That's a nice trick you did with the wall there.
It took a lot of effort.
I bet. Well, how's your, what was he, like a werebear or something then? How's your friend doing?
He's doing good. He's doing good. What's his face actually ended up taking him in.
All right,
Let
then.
me see, because that guy has a name. Am I in the journal section? Of course it's hiding. That's the wrong section still. Cooper. Yeah, Cooper took him in, and his name was Maxim. And they're doing good. He lives out on Cooper's farm, and Maxim's kind of teaching him how to control and maintain himself and not lose his senses when the moon comes out. He's doing good.
That sounds like a fine thing. So this Maxim fella, he's a pretty experienced ranch hand then.
I mean, he grew up on a farm.
You
His
need to talk to him sometime in the future.
current condition does give him, some benefits, even when he's not a bear. Yeah, he's doing good. He's helping Cooper out. Cooper's farm's looking fantastic. They've got less chickens than they had before.
Such is life.
Yeah.
For chickens.
For chickens.
Through no fault of their own, I'm sure.
Anyway, so yeah, she escorts you through the wall closed. It's still a bit of a walk to finally get to Melbourne. And it's the same village that you were at before. You can tell that there has been some sort of action here. Some of the buildings have been repaired with new wood. There are some defensive points set up around town. But generally, it's the same village. You see the people moving around. And she takes you to the carpenter shop where Gerald is at. The ranger that you talked to, the one with the bad leg. And
Should have been fed to the donkey.
yeah. He's thrilled to see you. I figured you all were dead as shits.
We're even better than dead. We're not dead.
We're better
I've
than
seen
not
it.
dead. We're wealthy.
Right.
It's an escalation.
Dragon tried
fought
to
a
eat us,
dragon.
so we just clawed our way through its face and then out again from the inside out.
Dragons are tough. And you've got like the fucking dragon scales and shit like on you, so he would immediately know you weren't pulling his shit. He's like, that is very impressive. You actually may stand a chance at stopping the bandits that have been running rampant in Thornwood.
Bandits, maybe, as long as they're not the little guys.
Yeah, I mean, we're sympathetic about the bandits and all, but there's these like squid-faced sons of bitches way down deep, and
They're
oh,
nasty.
they are nasty. Honestly, the fight with them might have been worse than the fight with the dragon.
Yeah, they're the ones that have been kidnapping the mages. Not really what for, but they're the ones employing the bandits. So
So I did a test for Cooper. I should have done it for Gerald. It's fine. We can use Cooper's roll. He's somewhat familiar with mind flayers. Like back in my adventuring days, I've never encountered them, but I've heard plenty of stories. That's terrifying that they're in the region.
We've killed 3 of them.
but there's like kind of like a city of them or an encampment of them. There's a group of them. There's more than the 3 that we killed.
They make your head hurt real bad.
That's what I've heard. I've heard they eat
there's a number
brains.
Kind of
They
like
didn't do that
kingdoms
to
down
us.
there.
Well, they tried.
So, you return to us, Any sign of Jelenith?
I mean, as far as a token of hers, yes. Right? Didn't we find the jewelry?
Yeah. I think.
I mean, there's a hope that maybe when we get down to the very depths, this is one of those things where it's like good news, bad news is. The good news is there's a chance she's still alive. The bad news is the only way she's still alive is if she's in the very depths being used as a magic slave.
Okay. Well, as you can tell, things have escalated here. Jelenith, of course, and I see that you've rescued Toaster, which is amazing. Our priest, and I don't have the priest's name right here in front of me, but the little priest that was here in town, in the first raid that they carried out on Milbourne, we were able to push them back, but not before they took the priest. So they've taken him as well.
How regularly are they attacking?
Well, since Olean has put up the wall, it is definitely faded. We've got the river on the other side to help give us some defense. There's been a few probing scouts that we've chased down here and there. Thrustmaster is gone. We haven't heard anything from Palfrey's Keep. And the little village of Harleton, we've also haven't heard anything back from them either.
Any
So
idea?
it sounds like you're like some of the last people.
It could be. Parlofrey, he's well defended in his castle, but he doesn't have any actual standing guards, or a very small amount. He could retreat back into the mountains. I've heard his family is in good with the giants there.
I was about to say, what they should do is they should call in their favors with those giants.
That would be useful.
Do you have any idea of like how many bandits you're dealing with?
We don't. The numbers are significant. 20s, 30s, maybe.
Have they been doing like a bunch of like magical hoodoo, voodoo sort of nonsense, or is it mostly just mundane?
Mostly mundane. They may
Think of
have a
things
priest
magic.
with them or something like that, but not that we've seen in their raids.
They'll never see it coming.
I mean, there's a part of me, and I know this. Part of me thinks we should just stay on the job, sell things off, re-equip, just go down deep. But if along the way we could run across a couple of these camps and just, destabilize them, maybe we don't get every single bandit in the area, but if we, hit a major group of them and
Send a
just
message.
murder the living.
I'd be
Right.
down for that.
It could be
It's like-
exciting.
I'm not so scared of people that are just like stabbing and shooting. Like brain magic's a different matter. That terrifies
Yeah.
me proper.
I do believe it. I
But a good
mean,
street-
whatever you think is best to resolve our issues as quickly as possible. The bandits are dangerous, very dangerous, but I do not believe that they're the head of whatever monster is responsible.
No.
No, they're
So here's the
definitely
thing: we do have some wares that we could trade. We're not beggars by any means, but I think it's fair to say, maybe you being a person of upstanding in this community, if we go to try and sell and purchase wares, maybe you could help communicate that we're going to try and use anything that we were to procure on the betterment of the lives that are within these walls.
Greater good.
Well, for the greater good of those who would stay within, we will venture forth without and take forth great battle to this massive number of people. We will be few against many, and yada, yada, yada.
Bravery, harumph.
Well, with that, we'll give you access to the special stock that we keep at the smithy. Some of
All
it's things that were made here, some of it's things from my adventures of old, it is an impressive array of things. Not cheap by any means, but maybe you could talk to Walright and he'd be willing to cut you a deal or something. Especially if you come with trade.
Yeah, I mean, we're not just gonna we're not beggars, but you know, hey, it's for the survival of the city. Let's bring out the good shit.
Okay. So yeah, like you all, I'll arrange rooms for you at the Baron of Mutton. I'm sure Andrin will have a lot of questions for you about Jeleneth. And yeah, stop by the smithy, and I'll send word to Walright that the back room is open to you all.
Nice.
All right. Well, I have some. I need to send what you've sent, or I need to send word of what you've provided me to Cooper. He will be interested to know. He is managing to keep him and the Krynan's farm safe from the bandits.
You know, it's funny you mentioned farmlands. There's some other information I should probably share with you too.
Okay.
This is gonna sound weird, but there's been some orc activity in the area too, and I've kind of got plans in motion to try and, well, to prevent them from raiding. I'm trying to set them up into taking on a farming role instead, where they raise cattle. Because the thing is, they just want meat, and I'm trying to set them up to where they can be on some farmland and have people raise cows that they can eat, so as that they eat the cows instead of going after people. And I know that's going to look kind of weird to see orcs coming through these lands with big old hats. So I figure it's better to...
That sounds absolutely idiotic.
It could be, but you'll know that it's not because of their hats.
At the very least, you won't have orcs raiding at the same time as you're dealing with these bandits. If nothing else, it's a stalling tactic. Or, if it works, it works.
I mean,
So it's kind of a win-win as I see it.
I guess whatever you need to do. I mean, the largest swaths of available land are outside of Palfrey's keep, and you would have to arrange that with Palfrey. But I see you've got Palfrey's son with you, so it may be easier to do.
Call it the Beetle Plains.
Just if you see some orcs walking through that we've
Milk
got them
beetles.
tucked into, they should wear some
Right.
big hats and big buckles. That should be the way that you know the difference between your typical raider versus your cowboy. Right? Because fuck the raiders, but let's go cowboys.
It's fantastic.
Unexpected sports ball reference.
Ha
Get out!
We're totally going to set up Blood Bowl. That's really my
that's
long-term
it?
goal, is to
That's
set
it?
up Blood Bowl.
Fair. It's fair.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, he takes your story. Dan, mute your phone.
It started playing a video all of a sudden, and I'm not
my
sure
gosh.
why, actually.
Witchcraft.
I
Your
was
phone also
watching
hates the raiders because it's
I
smart.
mean, probably. I was watching something on YouTube like earlier, and I stopped for the stream.
Oh shit.
And it just was like,
Yeah. So yeah, no, he'll agree. Sure. Whatever you think will get us out of this shit, even if it means we've got orcs for neighbors. Sure.
we're gonna try and socialize them real good. We're already starting with teaching them that humans are not food.
That's gonna be a tough
Wait, what?
lesson.
And the dwarves make excellent mating companions, apparently.
He looks at you, Gadsby,
Sacrifices.
or Farbauti, for a very long time.
It's we all make our own special sacrifices.
Nothing brings people together like a wedding, is all I'm saying.
But you know, maybe this one will be the one that works.
Okay. Yeah, he doesn't have much else to say. He's like, all right, I've got my letters I have to send out. I'll let them know that we'll put you up in the end for free, and we'll let them know that the special wares are available for purchase. Feel free to stock up and do whatever it is you need to do next. And he sends you out.
Okay.
So I believe, dear party, that beforehand I did share with you all of the cool shit that they have for sale. I don't know if you all finished divvying it out or figuring out pricing.
I mean, I don't know if the pricing even matters.
You've got 700,000 gold. You're almost
I know the
millionaires.
items that I was interested in getting. So
Okay. What items were you interested in?
I was gonna go for the adventurer's robe.
All
Me
right.
too.
So there is pretty much one of each of these. So you two will have to sort out who gets what.
Okay. Without that, the one item I do definitely want is the Helm of Brilliance.
Okay.
That one does the spells, right?
That one
Yep.
does,
That one
the,
does
spells.
the spells.
Yes, it
Yeah.
does.
All right. So why don't we do this? I'm going to put the adventurer's robe over in the Gadsby area,
Ooh, you know
the
what?
Helm of Brilliance. Yeah.
Cloak of the Sewers. I wouldn't mind Cloak of the Sewers, actually.
Go for it.
That's
That
kind
one's
of
fun.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's pretty awesome.
And don't worry, chat. Once we get this sorted, I'll have each of them tell you what their new shit does. All right. Why don't we start at the top? So, Adventurer's Robe, is that going Gadsby or is that going Pitchfork?
You take it, Daniel.
Okay.
Give it a
All right.
Pitchfork.
Amulet of Celadrine.
That one is useful, but I already have an amulet, I think, or a brooch. So I don't know if it makes sense for me to have a second thing.
That would
makes
be
sense.
one that'd be good for anybody. So
Yeah,
All right. I'm going to set that here and we can come back to it.
fair enough.
It's a good one.
I like it, but I'll defer.
Alce Faerun's Elven Chain. It gives, it's chainmail, gives a +5 to AC, and it also gives a +5 to all thieving skills. Now, halflings, that would apply to skills that you have that overlap with the thieves list, because I believe you both have like the stealth, snake, hide, and shadows.
But it's got a penalty of a -2, so it's really only a +3.
Well, and that's the skill check penalty, not the AC bonus. So, you know,
Right, but
you're
your-
right. You were
your-
doing
the
math
check
in a
penalty,
different
yeah.
direction. Yeah, I'm on board.
Yeah.
So yeah, so technically it is just a +3 to thief skills.
No, it's not bad.
Yep.
well, I'd take it. Then I don't have to. Well, I mean, I would have to remove my dorky pads, but
Yeah. All right. I'll set that down in the John area. Astral Crossbow. This is a cool one. Crossbow +2 to damage and 2 to hit. But on a crit, the target falls prone or falls to the ground, rendered unconscious for 1 round. There's no save, as they're stricken with visions of their soul leaving their body.
Oh my god.
Now, I believe, Gadsby, you do more range stuff.
I do.
Okay, we can drop that up in the Gadsby area.
I don't know. Do you want it, John?
no, I go for it.
All right.
Okay. Next up, we have our Bard's Hat. Doesn't do a lot, but it's a fun little item. The Bard's Hat just gives immunity to silence and deafness. Farbauti, I see a face on you.
I may come back to that just because I like the idea of having this ridiculous foppish hat.
Yes.
the black spider figurine. Once per rest, you can summon a spider that will obey you for 1 hour until it's slain. Its bites are poisonous, and essentially it can cast the web spell.
We were talking about Team Sneak taking that because it could be a good get out of jail card when sneaking.
Okay.
Not that one, Bert.
I don't want it if you want it, John.
All right. Putting that in the John pile.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
especially if you had the armor that gives you the bonus to sneak on top of it.
Yep. All right.
It's a nice 1-2.
Gadsby's already got the Cloak of the Sewers. Next up is Dagger of Venom.
I like
Plus-
that.
Okay.
That's cool.
Put that down in the John pile.
Ooh.
Fortress Shield. Now this, I do believe, is a Farbauti.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting the Fortress Shield. There's no doubt about that. That's like a +4, I think.
The base is it's a +4 shield, and if it's against missile attacks, it's a +1, or an additional +1. So 5 versus missile
Right.
attacks.
So that's going to get me up to a 26 AC or 27 against ranged attacks.
Nice.
Fucking crazy. All right, this is a good one. Helm of Bardurian. It makes you immune to crits. You get a +1 to AC, saving throws, and +5 to your max HP.
Oh my god, that's so good. That's maybe the best thing on here.
Be interested in it. I could use more HP.
Okay.
I'm going for a different fancy hat, so not for me.
We've already got.
Immune to
HP?
crits is so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we've
You
already
interested in it,
got.
Bert, or?
No?
No?
Okay. Helm of Brilliance is already sorted. That is it's going to the wizard. Lucky Boots, like the Amulet of Celadrine, this gives +1 to all saves.
I wouldn't mind that if no one else wants it.
Okay.
Yeah. And I already have boots, so I don't need it.
Okay. Throw it in the boot pile. Peacock Cap. I believe we were talking that Colin may want this because it gives a +2 to personality, and that's what Colin uses for casting.
Yeah. I think that would be a wise decision.
All right. Ring of the Ram. This could go any direction, I think. Once per day, your melee weapon attack deals an additional 5d6 damage. Now, stipulation here, it is a melee weapon attack. It could go good for a fighter or a sneak that uses melee weapons.
I kind of like putting that on the sneaky, like really catch somebody.
Yeah, you're the
unaware.
melee person, John, primarily.
Yeah. Do we
Okay.
do we
Two of us.
stack it with your dagger of venom and then it's
Yeah.
just
Oh,
Because
Alright,
you
make
can
someone
dual wield, so
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes one have a very bad day.
that's true.
So the final item is Rod of Resurrection. Can be used to resurrect one person or creature once.
I think in general we just want that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna-
yeah.
As team.
I think the tentative discussion was that I'll carry it.
We
Yeah,
could also
'cause if
throw
it
it on
takes-
Colin because I think he
Yeah.
could use
Yeah.
it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
that's a good point. Yeah, he's got pretty
It's just-
good AC.
It's just
Yeah.
at the moment, Colin is not here, so it's probably easier for me to
Okay.
have it, but I don't know.
Either way. It does not. I didn't include that part of it. It's just the hella bonus perk. All right, so the two things that are left are the Amulet of Celadrine, which is +1 to all saves, and the Bard's Hat, which gives you immunity to silence and deafness.
I feel like it's important that Farbauti set the standard by wearing a funny hat first for all of his orc people.
Okay, I'll wear it.
All right, Amulet.
I feel like
could go
that's
to
a
anybody.
roll-off almost. I think everybody can use +1 to all saves.
Everybody
I've
can
got the
use it.
shoes to do the saves for me, so
Okay. Why don't we, if in doubt, Colin's just got the Peacock Cap. We could give that to him
Yep,
as well.
Colin.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've already got my my brooch of steel HP from people.
Okay.
That's
So you all know what you've got, so you can drag those things onto your character sheets.
I've got a bard hat. I love it.
I got my hat and my robe.
What is that again? I can't be silenced.
You
Or
cannot.
deafened.
They cannot get you to shut up.
So I'm really just setting myself up. If we're creating Texas, I'm setting myself up to be the equivalent of a senator that will just filibuster.
Yeah.
I got the lucky boots, right?
You did?
Senator Farbauti.
These giants are trying to take our jobs.
There you go. All right. Yeah, I'll let you all drag those
Good
items onto your
quality,
own character sheets. I've got the stuff on
respectable
Colin.
Dwarven stonemasons losing their jobs to giants.
So someone does need to go through
Gerbs.
and calculate how much you all spent and take it out of your 700,000.
Oh, I can do that in just a second here. I'll let you know how drained our finances are.
I don't think it's going to be that bad.
No, it's not that big a hit.
So,
Oh my. It's got 26 AC.
that's pretty crazy. All right. So you all have been definitely, you've got some great new gear. You still got plenty of money left. They're putting you up at the end for the night. I don't know if that's a worthwhile thing for you all because you have your fancy house and you have a shitload of roasted pig available in there.
You know, I would like some chicken and some beef or something if they got
Some
it.
variety.
Want a little
Yeah.
variety. Yeah.
Yeah, vegetables.
That's fair. So yeah, if you head in there, people recognize you. People are like, "Oh, surprised you came back. You went off for a while. We heard you were working for Parlfray for quite a bit." Eventually you are found while you're in the inn getting some food. They've got a good spread of food. I mean, they're not hurting for food even with this shit going on. So yeah, plenty of tasty food, actually decent beer. Maybe not as good of beer as what you found in Blingden Stone, but still good. But without a doubt, Andrin finds you. A young man who was dating Jelenith. Excited to see you, but also a look of fear on his face. Did you find her?
No. But we're on her trail.
On her trail.
Found a possession of hers, and we have a pretty good idea of where she probably is.
Well, do you think there's any chance that she's still alive?
Oh,
Possible.
Unfortunately, the thing is, for people that have the ability to use magic, they very specifically want to take them alive. So it's horrible to say, but they would have made an effort to keep her alive, to do whatever terrible things they're doing.
Well, if you think she's still alive and you're still going to try and find her, I think there's only one option. I need to come along with you all. I'm a great cook.
You're hired.
You're in.
I was
You
expecting
never
to
know
have
which
to argue
day's
more.
going to be your last. No. We've seen some shit, and the thing is, once you've seen shit, you realize any day could be your last. So why have your last day end on a shitty meal?
That's fair. Okay.
Oh,
Pretty
we're just
much it,
taking his
yeah.
word at it. Wait, I have questions. You see, you're a good cook, right?
Absolutely.
Look,
So answering this question, oh great cook, if we were, say, hard on our luck and we had to say, eat a human, what is the best portion of a human and how is it best prepared?
I don't like this. I mean, I guess if I had to guess, I would say, I mean, like the most enjoyable parts would probably be like the thighs and the back. Because, you know, it's got that meat, that connective tissue, that long cook to get some really tender, juicy, flavorful.
For what it's
And part
worth,
two of that question is, how would you cook it?
It's low and slow, I guess. Gotta break it, like get a.
Okay, I don't
That
actually
is the
know if that's the
tempo.
correct answer, but I like it. He's hired.
So, okay. Otherwise, the other option too is: do you have a friend who is a seamstress, particularly with nightwear,
Yeah.
that would want to go adventuring? Because I think Gadsby would like to have them come along.
No. Do I know a seamstress? Yes. Would she want to go adventuring? No. She doesn't even like to leave her house.
Fair.
She hasn't even seen the lingerie I've collected along the way. I mean,
You
look
should
at
go
this.
visit her.
You would have to go visit. Like we've worked out a deal where she takes care of our, you know, our aprons and whatnot, and we bring food to her so she doesn't have to leave her house.
Fair.
Part of me just really wants Gadsby to have enchanted like negligee that he can wear in combat.
Okay.
We'll leave it as the heels to go with it.
Yeah, you can do like the fan dance thing from Star Trek.
I'm waiting for Gadsby's magical girl transformation scene. That's, that's what I'm waiting.
Okay, well that's fair.
He's going to go full Sailor Moon someday.
Okay.
if only I still had a cantrip, I could help out with that.
Yes. Give it a second. I am getting his character sheet added to your folder. All right. Andrin will gladly join the party as your traveling cook, so that way he can be there. When you are ready to do things.
I mean, I think we're gonna hang out and wait for bandits to do bandit things, and then we're gonna go unbandit them
Okay.
because there's really only 2 room for bandit. We already got the 2 bandits.
Yeah. All right. I need to get an image for him still.
Like if we imagined this landscape like a cup, it'd be almost like 2 bandits, 1 cup.
I love it. So yeah, Andrin's character sheet is now available for you all to look at. He will be bringing foodstuffs and whatnot with him when you're all ready to leave. You're all going to be just thrilled with his stats.
Mm-hmm.
Is this an escort quest?
No, he's a member of the party now.
I thought this whole campaign was an escort quest for the donkey.
Yeah, well, yeah, it sort of
That's
is.
true. That's true.
Is it us escorting donkey, or is it donkey escorting us though?
Us escorting donkey. That's
I was unclear.
yeah.
Oh, man.
It's a good, valid question,
I
but
just look at Andrin's sheet.
Which part do you like the most about it there, Farbauti?
Definitely the hit points.
He's
and
got
the stamina tied with it.
Yeah, he's got 2 hit points and a -2 modifier on stamina.
He rolls them like I do.
Look, hey, can't we just keep him in your magical house? That way he's always protected.
I don't think you've all tested that out yet.
We haven't, because it's something I'm actually interested in trying, but not with anything I care about.
You could try it
Also
with
very-
human beer carrier number 2.
Oh, that's true. We could put him in there for a night.
No there,
man.
Griffin. His luck is a 13.
that he's just this guy who's like, I have a name. And we're like, no, you don't.
No, you don't. If we
If
name
we
you,
name
we
you,
might
we'll
get
wanna keep
attached.
you.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah. If you had a name, maybe we'd care about you.
We learned all about that in Anvia last time. So
But you
We did.
don't, and therefore we don't.
True, true.
He's going to start wearing name tags around just in the hopes that somebody will notice.
Yeah. All right. So I'm also going to say that probably while you're here, you're going to get supplied. You're going to have fresh foodstuffs. You're going to get some fresh, just base clothing things, just things you need during an adventure and traveling. So a lot of that stuff will be just hand wave stuff. We're going to say is refreshed. You've got plenty of,
Specifically.
yeah,
can we get like some fruits?
sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because orcs may not care for vegetables, but fruits generally come from trees, and that's different than meat.
That's different. Yeah.
I bet they haven't had a lot of fruit.
Andrew, that's great. Is it urban or common, Joe? That's a great question. I will say that Andrew,
Oh no.
when he's ready to leave, he shows up with a couple of crates, and he's like, "All right, where's your wagon?"
And then I'll just open the house and just have them stock the house.
Okay.
As gold spills out of the doors as you.
Yeah.
Be careful to not trip.
But yeah, he brings cooking supplies. He brings food, variety things, seasonings, like everything he needs to be a good chef for you all, along with things that he thinks he's going to need to be an adventurer.
I hope it's a spork.
He's got his lucky cleaver. He doesn't have any armor, but he got himself a really heavy canvas apron to wear. He's got some rope, some butcher's twine, and like a small barrel of salt.
It's good thinking.
ABA.
Mm-hmm.
Always
You know what?
be
You know what?
assaulted.
Yeah.
This isn't so bad. Because you know what I'm thinking? He needs to hang out with Colin. That's what I'm thinking. He needs to be taught the ways of the Chaos Titan. And
He does have a 14 in personality. That could be a good fit for him. Right now, I am counting him as a level 0 character. So at least with that, he should pick up levels fairly quick.
We're gonna learn him how to venture, maybe.
Honestly, having like 2 clerics in a party,
That'd be all right.
yeah.
Yeah.
more clerics, more better.
Okay. So what is your next move? You've got items, you've got camp supplies. Were you wanting to do more? Were you wanting to hire on more people? Were you wanting to do any other kind of prep work? Were you wanting to go and try and handle the bandits down in Thornwood? Or do you want to go to what you think is the root of the problem underground?
I feel like at least doing an initial blow to the bandits to kind of give some breathing room
Okay.
Yeah.
to the local area is not a bad thing.
Okay. So with that information, if you kind of make it known, Gerald will share information that after they kind of razed the village of Thrustmaster, they have kind of maintained a presence there. The majority of their forces still dwell in the Thornwoods forest. They do see occasional scouting parties here and there looking for travelers on the road. They haven't come back to Millbourne because Millbourne has definitely defended itself up. But there's some options. If you're wanting to do a hit, if you just want to hit a small number of them, maybe set up in an ambush on the road or something like that. If you want to hit them in their heart, that's going to be a delve into Thornwood. If you want to hit up their new outpost of Thrustmaster, that's also an option. And the boatmaster of Millbourne would offer you usage of one of their boats to take down river if you wanted.
Useful.
I mean, That could be exciting, possibly.
Yeah.
We'll go get the rust knocked off, fight some normal people.
Should be a
I haven't
change.
stabbed a person in a while, so yeah, I'd be down for that.
Yeah, maybe we'll get Andrin warmed up a little bit.
Could be.
Be training for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is how you kill a man.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. We're pretty much at time, so I think we'll call it here. We've got a plan going
The
into
important
next
thing
week.
is not to think of them as people.
Oh,
Think of
that
them
is-
as meat.
they're
It's the
just
most important thing. Yes.
yeah, meat that hasn't been broken down yet. All right, so yeah, we'll call it here. Pretty much at time. We got our plan next session. You're all going to be striking out in some way against the bandits of Thornwood. And from there, we're looking at delving back underground to try and find the City of the Glass Pool. I think that's it. That's what we got. Let's do a closing round of plugs. We'll start off with you, Bert. What do you got happening, man?
Man, I don't even know. Possibly some classic BX Dungeons and Dragons Friday. Saturday's supposed to be Cyberpunk Red. That's probably going to happen. Not sure about Friday yet. Sunday, I don't know. Depends on who's available. Might try and finally finish off a playtest. If not, just play something fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fun.
I'm available.
Yeah, should be around.
All right. Very cool.
Or at least time consuming. I can't guarantee fun, but it'll take up time.
It will. It will.
Fair.
All right.
It's fair.
Jeremy, what do you got, man?
Hi, Iron Race on Patreon, comics, maps, tokens, fun stuff. Check it out.
Very cool.
He can guarantee fun.
You can. Oh, shit. Dan, what do you got, man?
Check out our Discord. It's the place where we talk about the games that we play and the memes that we post. The frogs, the plants. Yes,
Highly accurate.
that one. He's doing it.
That's it. That's it. John, what
The
are you
only
throwing
meme
out
that
there?
matters.
Defenders of Cobalt YouTube channel. You can watch the VODs of all this. Plus, we have our we'll say exclusive Oops All Goblins game, Pathfinder 2nd Edition. We're doing the Age of Ashes Adventure Path. Nearing the end of book 1 of that. It's heating up. They're getting close. They're getting close. Yeah.
All right. And as far as the rest of the week goes, if you swing back by Friday night, Joe's running us through some Anvia, the game that he's making. It was supposed to be a very, very serious campaign, and we decided just to turn it into a traveling petting zoo. And then, yeah, we'll be back here next Wednesday for some more Night Below. I don't know. I ain't got anything else, so let's make like a tree and get the fuck out of here. Yeah, shit.
That is true.
I don't know. Goodbye.